Hi, everyone. This is Rebecca from the Assistive Technology Center at Little Tennessee Valley Educational Cooperative. And today I'm going to talk about some accessibility features that are built into Windows 10. So if you have a computer with a Windows 10 operating system, you already have access to all of these accessibility features. The best way to get to most of them is to go over here in the lower left-hand corner to your Start menu, and then go up here to this little gear and click on it. It's Settings. Within Settings, you'll see a category called Ease of Access. Click on that. And if you look over here on the left-hand side, you'll see that all of these are divided into three categories: vision, hearing, and interaction. Today, we're going to focus on interaction, which Microsoft defines as mobility disabilities, specifically that you cannot use your hands or fingers. But that doesn't mean it is a physical disability. It could also be a situational disability. Like, for example, you could have a baby in your hands, and so you can't use your hands or fingers to interact with the computer. We're going to go over the speech accessibility features under this category. So we'll click on that. And there's three different ones, and they're similar and they overlap a little bit, and it's a little confusing. So we'll go over all threes, try to make a little bit of sense of it. The first is the dictation, talk instead of type. The second is Cortana, which is a digital assistant like Siri. And the third is speech recognition, and that is when you have full speech control of the computer. So let's take a look at the first one, dictation, right here at the top. The directions say in order to access dictation, we need to hit the Windows logo key plus H. If you're not familiar with the Windows logo key on your keyboard, it's to the left and right of the space bar at the bottom of your keyboard. All right, so I just did that, and this bar popped up right here. To use dictation, you have to select a text field. So a text field would be like a search bar. Like over here, up in the upper left-hand side of the screen, find a setting. If I click on this and then click the microphone, I can use this in order to search for a setting. So let's try that. Ease of access. And I was able to do my search partially hands-free with dictation. Let's try that with a Google search. So I'll click on the search and the microphone, and we'll look up commands that we can use with this. Windows 10 dictation commands. So I had to click on the microphone and click over here and then click enter. So as you can see, this is not completely hands-free. So right here, if you do this search on your own, you'll get this page. And if you scroll down, there is a long list of dictation commands that you can use. I suggest that if you're going to do a lot of voice work on your computer, that you print this out while you're learning it, because there's a bit of a steep learning curve. But the good thing is that, like you saw up in the bar, it does give you suggestions so that you can start to get used to using these commands organically. So since dictation can be used to fill in any kind of text field, can we use it to dictate, say, a Word document? Pull it up again. All right, so it is listening and it is typing what I'm saying onto the Word document. Period. New line. Okay, you see how it just stopped? When I stopped talking, the dictation stopped talking. So while you can use this, it's not the best solution for that. Right now, in Office 365 and I believe Office 2016 and 2019, dictation is integrated into Word and into PowerPoint and into OneNote. You can see the microphone here again. And also when you're doing an email in Outlook. So when you click to start an email, the microphone is there. And this works so much better. Let's try that out just so you can see the difference. So I'm going to click the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, so we are dictating right now using the integrated dictation feature in Word, period. New line. As you can see, it continues to record my voice and dictate what I'm saying even when I pause, which the other service did not do, period. All right, so now let's take a look at Cortana, our virtual assistant. I'm going to go back into our settings. And Cortana is the second option here under speech. And I'm going to click on change how I talk to Cortana. There are 3 ways to access Cortana. The first is to let her respond to Hey Cortana, which is the most hands-free option available. The next is a keyboard shortcut, which is the Windows logo key plus C. And the third that they don't have listed is that she is docked right here next to the search bar in the bottom left-hand corner. It's this little circle right here. You can click it to talk to Cortana. I'm going to enable Hey Cortana so I can talk to her without using my hands. Hey Cortana, what time is it?
It's 10:24 a.m.
Hey Cortana, translate have a nice day into Spanish.
Have a nice day in Spanish is que tengas un buen día.
Hey Cortana, what's 6 times 7?
6 times 7 is 42.
Hey Cortana, what's the weather forecast?
Right now, it's sunny and 76. The forecast shows partly sunny skies with a high of 93 and a low of 65.
Hey Cortana, search for a list of Cortana commands.
Here's a list from windowscentral.com for search for a list of Cortana commands.
Hey Cortana, send an email to Janice.
Sure thing. What should the email say?
This is a test message.
I'll email saying, this is a test message. Ready to send it?
Add subject.
Sure thing. What's the subject of your email?
Testing.
Okay, I'll email about testing, saying this is a test message. Ready to send it?
Cancel.
Cancelled.
Hey Cortana, open PowerPoint.
Okay, starting PowerPoint.
All right, so as you can see, Cortana has a lot of features, but it is not completely hands-free. Once you get into the programs, you're on your own, but she can pull up programs, answer questions. It's very much like Siri or Alexa, so it's really handy to have on hand, but it's not going to give you a full hands-free experience on your computer. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the third option, which is speech recognition, and we'll go through the setup of that process. So I'm going to click this to on, and now it brings up the setup process for speech recognition. And I am using a desktop microphone. And it's telling me to read this sentence. Peter dictates to his computer. He prefers it to typing and particularly prefers it to pen and paper. Okay, so this is to improve the speech recognition. If it has access to everything on your computer, then it can learn the words and phrases that you normally use and be a little bit more accurate. We'll disable this for right now, but if you're going to use this all the time, you should definitely enable it. this is how you activate it. So if you would like to be able to just use your voice and say start listening and stop listening, then that would be the voice activation. If you want to use the keys on your keyboard, then that will be the manual activation. So we're going to use the voice activation for right now, since we're trying to keep things hands-free. All right, so we'll view the reference sheet. All right, so if we scroll down on this page, there are a whole lot of commands that we can use. All right, so this plays into dictation, like go to the start of a sentence. It also has commands for navigating your computer. If you want to open a file, if you want to click on something, if you want to scroll up or down. So there's a lot of commands to use to learn to use this well. So there is a steep learning curve. And so now I'm going to go over some of the features of using speech recognition to completely control your computer. And by completely control, I mean you can surf the web, click links, watch videos. You can work on a Word document and not just dictate, but utilize the commands within the program. Um, there does seem to be some kind of problem with speech recognition and my screen recorder. So sometimes things don't work exactly right when I'm recording. So let's give it a try and see what happens. New tab, adorable dogs. Insert, press enter, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Adorable dogs playing with cute tiny baby animals. Mute, mute. So I'm just going to call myself out and say that I am so used to using my hands that I immediately grab the mouse to mute the video. And I guess when you're practicing this, you really have to sit on your hands quite literally. Otherwise, you immediately do what you're used to doing, which is grabbing the mouse, or at least what I'm used to doing, instead of using your voice. Pause, switch to Word, new line. So now I'm using speech recognition to also dictate into a document, just like we did before. Period, new line, select all, delete, bold. As you can see, it works just like the dictation that is built into Word. It allows me to pause without shutting down, like the simple dictation feature, period. But in addition to that, I can also control the program itself. So let's give that a try, period. Not a truck. Select truck, select truck, delete, try. Layout, orientation, landscape. So as you can see, I'm also controlling the program itself. If you're not sure what to say to get anywhere that you want to get to, you can ask the speech recognition to show numbers. And that's just not in Word. It's anytime you're doing anything. You just ask to show numbers and it will put numbers all over the screen for you to choose from. So let's give that a try. So let's say we want to go to review and do a spell check. Um, Show numbers, 28. Okay. And that took us to review. But notice it says next time say review because it's teaching you as you use it how to use it and what commands to use. Check document. Check document. So we can also go through the spell check process if we want to do that. So now I'm going to show you how you can use speech recognition to control the settings of your computer with just using your voice. Open settings, ease of access, speech. Change how I talk to Cortana. Let Cortana respond to Hey Cortana. So as you can see, I was able to completely navigate the settings menu without ever using a keyboard or a mouse. And I just want to make a note that while I am using my mouse to turn on and off the speech recognition, that's just because of how it works with my screen recorder. Normally, you would just say start listening or stop listening with just your voice. If you have any questions about any of the accessibility features on Windows 10, please feel free to contact us at the AT Center at Little Tennessee Valley Educational Cooperative. We're at ltvec.org. Thank you very much.